somebody wants to be called reverend or they introduce themselves as reverend, I'll show you a little something here. He sent redemption unto his people. He hath commanded his covenant forever. Holy and reverend is his name. Who are we talking about? Do you know that word in Hebrew is only used in reference to God? Reverend. I gave you the ESV because I would like for you to think this. The next time somebody introduces themselves as reverend, point out. The word just simply means awesome. So that guy is coming up and saying, "Hi, I'm awesome, Brother Harry. I'm just awesome." Folks, I want to tell you who's awesome, and that is the God of the Bible. Holy and awesome is his name. Great wonders has he done in the lives of his people. I just had to get off on that just for a minute. The word means to fear or to be afraid of. So, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you, it's not just the preacher's fault. I've been introduced as reverend, not wanting to be. And I have been in the presence of people when they found out I'm a preacher. "Oh, I did that. I said that to a preacher." I get emails from people. I got an email here a while back from somebody. Probably most of y'all know I got an email from somebody. It's how to do your hooker name or something like that, and you put letters of your name or something like that. And she did mine and emailed it to me, and it was, I don't remember what it was, some off-the-wall crazy stuff. She found out that I was preaching. "Oh, I did that to a preacher." I said, "It ain't me you got to worry about. It ain't me. I'm not the one you need to be afraid of. It's the God of the Bible. It's what you need to be afraid of." When I think about the attributes of God, folks, I cannot help. I have tried to illustrate this so many different ways, so many different times. When I think about everything that God is, holiness seems to be the governing over all of them. All the other attributes, I think holiness, if I had a vocabulary I could use. Holiness just seems to envelop and to add luster and beauty and attractiveness to all the attributes of God. I've got a list here and there's many more. But when I think of this, holiness of God shines its luster on all the other attributes of God. His power, His love, His immutability, His benevolence, His faithfulness, His mercy, His grace, His gentleness, His infinite, His goodness, His justice, His self-sufficiency, His omnipotence, His omnipresence, sovereignty, His wisdom, His transcendency, His truth, and you can go on, but I think holiness is what draws us to all those things. Some of those things up there we would be scared of because we lack in all of them. But some of them would be terrifying for us to draw close to. And folks, I want to tell you something. There's no other place in the Bible where you're going to see anything of all the attributes of God that are tripled as in holy, holy, holy. You'll find it in Revelation. You will find it in Isaiah chapter 6. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. God Himself calls Himself holy. You look up holy sometimes, or holiness, and you'll see that God Himself calls Himself holy. He doesn't call Himself love, but He does call Himself holy. Stephen Charnock, I want to share with you. As His power is the strength of them, His attributes, so His holiness is the beauty of them. As all would be weak without almightiness to back them, so all would be uncomely without holiness to adorn them. As sincerity is the luster of every grace in a Christian, so is purity the splendor of every attribute in the Godhead. His justice is holy justice. His wisdom is holy wisdom. His arm of power is a holy arm. His truth or promise, a holy promise. His name, which signifies all His attributes in conjunction, is holy. I just thought that was just that's the what I've been trying to say for a long time. It's that beauty, that luster, what draws us. And guys, I want to tell you something. I don't know whether you realize it or not, but I look a whole lot better when my wife is at my side. Okay? Now, I want you to think about this for a minute. I believe my wife is beautiful. She is the most lustrous thing I have in my life, and when I'm with her, she makes me look good. And guys, let me tell you something. It's the same true for you. You might think differently, but it's true for you. You're so much better looking when your wife's around, okay? It's just, this is true, all right? She holds the beauty. She adds that luster to me. When you think about the holiness of God, I want you to think about the aspect of all the list of the attributes that I gave you. You see that the holiness makes those attractive to us. When you talk about the beauty of holiness, that luster and that drawing, what is it that makes us want to see God that we don't want to see? What is it that draws us to Him? It's the thing that we lack the most. That's what draws us. His holiness. We have a want for it. We have a need for it. We have a desire, but at the same time we have a fear of it. Charnock. Power is God's hand or arm. Omniscience, His eye. Mercy, His bowels. Eternity, His duration. But holiness is His beauty. Holiness is His beauty. Now, how does this affect you and I today? Spurgeon said, "You may judge a man by what he groans after." You may judge a man for what he groans after. Do you have a want? You remember what Peter says? Be holy, for I am holy. For your Father in heaven is holy. That's the quote. That's what he's looking for. Not be holy like I am holy, but be holy because I'm holy. I want to share with you a psalm that I think helps us to understand a little bit about it. Give unto the Lord, O ye mighty, give unto the Lord glory and strength. Give unto the Lord the glory due unto His name. Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. The voice of the Lord is upon the waters. The God of glory thundereth. The Lord is upon many waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is full of majesty. The voice of the Lord breaketh the cedars. Yea, the Lord breaketh the cedars of Lebanon. He maketh them also to skip like a calf. Lebanon and Syrian like a young unicorn. The voice of the Lord divideth the flames of fire. The voice of the Lord shaketh the wilderness. The Lord shaketh the wilderness of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord maketh the hinds to calve and discover the forest. And in His temple doth every one speak of His glory. The Lord sitteth upon the flood, yea, the Lord sitteth king forever. The Lord will give strength unto His people. The Lord will bless His people with peace. You folks, you see up there in verse 2, give unto the Lord the glory due unto His name. Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. I've spoken much about the beauty of God's holiness. I think there's something more that we need to consider. When the Bible tells us, as Peter does in other places, that we are to be holy, we're to seek holiness, to strive for holiness.